Hey, welcome back to January mode. Hey, something's happening here. I'm not sure what. We got blown up. That's what happened. Oh, and my bed got blown up. Oh. Ah, it's one of those creepers. Just when you reach the top of the mountain, comes the creepers. They be creeping. Let's get rid of that. And that. There we go. Man, this thing blew us up so much we still got a hanging piece of dirt way out yonder. Man, a lot of that thing. Creeper? Why you be creeping? Look at all that stuff. Why you be creeping like that? Well, am I recording? I hope I am. Is there anything on the radar? I don't see anything on the radar. Oh, that's one of those whales. All right, eat some food, dog. Eat some food. Calm down. Calm down, eat some food. I got no more food, man. Bro, I got no food. Well, we'll go get some food. Find a wishing well. Oh, yes. Okay. I hope you're doing well. It is, it's a good day to be doing well. It has been a month of Sundays since I last uploaded, and that's on me. I had some life happen. I would tell you I just wanted to give Joe some time to get caught up on everything, and that's not untrue. That is not untrue, but it's only part true. I got a stove I can cook this mutton. Let's see, I don't want to... Yeah, I wanted to mine that redstone. I do want to mine it. I do. In fact, want to mine it. Need redstone. Oops. Put some of that there, right? Oh, that's a genuine chest. What is this? Advanced computer, CC tweet, computer craft. How about that? Now that's something I haven't played before. Computer craft. Oh, smart. I might try to play with that, but maybe down the road here. Let's, for now, let's find a place. Let's find a furnace. Cook up some food. Oh, jeez. Talk about what's been going on for the last month. Oh. I'm recording this on February the 15th, 2026. You know, not that it matters. I last recorded January 15th, 2026. In the meantime, right after I recorded that last episode, I decided wait a while, give Joe some time to catch up. Joe's real busy. Joe's still a young man. He's still doing life. Unlike me, I'm retired. I got time to do this stuff. And, ooh, when worn as a ring, I like that. Do I have a ring slot? I do. Slain creatures drop plus 25% experience. Man, that's some real right there. That is real. Grab some more of that. Decent bread. Good, good, good. Oh, here's this thing. So let us cook up some mouton. Take some more bread. Anything I can afford to put aside. I probably will turn these into sticks. Yeah, that's fine. Let's actually do this. Really put name tags. That can happen later. That can definitely happen later. Logistics core from Pneumaticraft. Well, I went, there are folks locally here in Oklahoma City on this OKC Reddit subreddit. What is that? Silverfish spawn egg. That's crazy. It's incredible. Who have a semi-monthly meetup somewhere around the city. So I try to make those meetups when I can. And I made the most recent one, which was mid-January. Well, a day and a half after that meetup, not the next morning, but the following morning, I came down with the crud. Okay, Control T, and here we are. Even world tiers. Okay, done. All right. Now we have activated all this good stuff. Oh, curse of binding. Yep. Oof. So I have been pretty much, it took me, gosh, at least a week and a half to really get over the bad phase of that cold. It never really got to flu, but it was more than just a plain old cold. You know, just a crud, man. But I finally got over it. And, well, I'm still getting over it. You get over it, and then you have the rebound, the sinus stuff that lingers and lingers. And I just took some antihistamine meds so I won't be coughing throughout this recording. Whoops. But I'm still getting over that stuff. So I apologize in advance if I cough in your ear here. I'll try not to. Let's get this stuff cooked up, and then we'll sleep through this night. Is there not a bed here? I'll put this bed down if I can. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that happened. I had an unexpected cold, a very long, lingering, lasting cold. They're beautiful structures. Let's grab that. Are there not villagers in this part of the village? Maybe not. So anyway, it's been a day to tell you. I got sick. I'm not sure to blame it on the Reddit meetup. Oh, an end rod? Are you kidding me? That's gotta be an error. Let's, before I, here, let's grab the bed, grab that. I want to grab the end rod here. And let's put the bed back down so I don't leave this place a mess. There we go. Nothing on the mini map. What about the mega map? Let's keep moving to the north, I guess, on the mega map. Looking for a place to say, oh, there's a nice looking village right up straight north. So let's go there that way. I don't know how we're going to get up there, but we'll figure out a way. We'll figure it out. Oops. So for the most part, it's not been a terribly eventful month here, but some things have happened. We had incredible cold here, very cold weather for a really long amount of time. We had a lot of snow. I had a snow drift that was about 30 inches deep, right outside my back door. That's fun. You know, I'm super worried about the faucets, the pipes and everything, but everything seems to be fine. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Everything's fine. I mean, I don't want to underplay that because I was really worried, anxious about it, but, you know, it all seems fine. Many nights of huddling under the blankets. My endos really showed their utility. Saved me on energy bill, and reminds me I need to look at my most recent energy bill, but it was not terrible last month. Not terrible at all, in fact. Do I have any building blocks? Just the obsidian. I don't want to use that. Is there a way I can get out there without building up to it? Maybe over yonder on the other side. Maybe so. The few things I have done lately have been quality. There's one huge maintenance item I did, and then quality of life. There was no chimney cap on this house when I bought it, and it's not something I noticed that much. I think I did notice it, but I think I thought it was not going to be a big deal. Oh, that's okay. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. Not going to deal with a witch, please. Oh, lots of witches. Oh, this is witch haven right here. Okay, no thank you. I'll keep looking for a new place of bees. Ooh, dimension of bees. My neighbor across the street, the contractor, we've been chatting. I'd see him out front, wave at him, talk, you know, just neighbor talk, just a bit here and there. And he came over one day. He said, "You were looking for a chimney cap, right?" And he held out something in his hand. It was a chimney cap. He said, "I noticed this in the business right across from my contracting business." Ooh, an owl. That is, what is that structure? I don't know. Let's go check it out. It's going to be right north. Let's work our way around. Well, it was a big chimney cap, and I could tell looking at it that it wasn't going to fit my chimney. But, you know, as he said, I'm sure you can fix it up. I'm sure you can figure it out, you know, figure out a way to make it work. And I did try. Well, I did try, but I did not have I was still trying to figure out the ladder situation. I've got a 7-foot tall ladder up to my 8-foot tall, 8-foot high roof. But then there was going to be another ladder required to get beyond up to the top of the chimney. A huge, it's got to be a 20-foot chimney, or at least 18 feet. Well, he said, I was talking to him another day, and he said, I've got an extension ladder. I could bring it back from work. And I was like, man, I don't want to put you in any trouble. That sounds like exactly what I need, but I'll figure it out. He said, no trouble. Well, sure enough, one day his son knocked on the door and said, hey, my dad said, told me to bring this extension ladder over. And sure enough, he had this industrial quality heavy duty extension ladder on his truck and brought it on over to my house for me. And so I immediately set up the chimney cap, the one that my neighbor brought to me. Ooh, what a beautiful place. Crystal ball from Hexarray. Is this the mail delivery thing? I think it is. Yeah, it's that mail delivery. Yeah, that's the post office. It's exactly what it is. Cracked mossy agate. Uh-oh. That's cool. Okay. Loom, chest, roller skates. I think we've already got those, but nope, we did not. Okay. I don't really want the roller skates. I'm not agile enough to know how to use them really well. But I like the fact they give me a, oh, that's what the owl's from. It's at this place. Oh, the delivery owls. That's what they are. Cute. Okay. This is too cramped for my style to be a living quarter. Let me close the door. But it's really cool. Let's keep pushing on north. There was a village to the left here. Maybe I ought to head west into the plains. Plains are more my style, easy to see and traverse. So let's head over to the plains. Not that I don't like me some owls, but my goodness. What goes up must come down. And that's what I was telling myself as I was setting that ladder up. And I told my neighbor's son that I was going to get to work on the chimney cap the next day. But no, I was like, man, I want to go ahead and work on it now. So I got up there that evening and put the existing, went up there with a tape measure to measure the size of my chimney flue pipe, 13 by 13. And the chimney cap that he had found for me was about twice that, about 13 by 26, like for a double flue. And the way these things, this was a lesson to me. The way they install is you basically just have a set screw at each corner. Each corner is a chamfered corner, and you have a slat through, a set screw, a chamfered, a slanted corner, and it just the screw sets against the corners of the flue pipe. Kind of bites in just a little bit. You don't want to drive them in because you don't want to break the flue pipe, the ceramic flue pipe, the clay. But you just kind of set it in tight and snug. Madzarark. We're going to call this Madzo. Hey, my dude, you're an engineer. We're going to get yeah. We're going to get an advancement. And I'm not going to look for the achievements right now because I don't have room for any loot that it might give me. So that evening, I ordered from Amazon. I got on Amazon. I found a chimney cap that was sized for my flue, and ordered it. Had it the next afternoon. Got it installed the next afternoon. So I've had some rain and some wind to test it against, and it works fine. So that's the major home maintenance update I did. And it's got a message here. Yeah, so that's pretty much the major home maintenance I've done in the last month. I've been too wiped out by this crud that I had to do much, but I got something done. I'll sleep through night 2. Maybe we'll go with one more night, because I got one more thing else I want to tell you about. I got my telescope set up, my 10-inch telescope. I got both of my telescopes moved out back onto the concrete patio out back. And the small telescope, the 10-inch primary, I got it. I did some preliminary stargazing, looking at Jupiter. Both of my telrads, my finder starfinders, both of them, neither of them work. They're both on the fritz. And I don't know what is up with that. And I don't know how to fix them. I've tried and puttered with them. And new ones are like 45 to 50 bucks a piece. So obviously it's a patented thing that they're still extracting money. And I don't know how I'm going to resolve this. They're not complicated. It's just 3 volts worth of batteries, 2 AA batteries, leading to a diode and a dimmer switch, an on-off dimmer switch, so that you can adjust the intensity of the diode, and the reticle, which is a sequence of rings that the LED projects against the night sky. Sequence of red nested rings that it projects. Very helpful in a Dobsonian type reflector telescope like I have. Both of mine are that way. One's a sonotube Dob and one's a truss tube Dob. The sonotube is it's like a cylindrical concrete form. It's thick cardboard. That's what it is. And the primary mirror sits in the bottom of it and is shaped to reflect to a secondary mirror and into the eyepiece. And so I've got that. I actually took that 10-inch primary out, cleaned it for the first time in a long time. It had not been cleaned in a long time. So I got it cleaned. It is not in the best, perfect, great shape, but it's functional. The mirror, I got it collimated as well. And then I set it up to do some views of Jupiter, and I was very underwhelmed because it wasn't great. You could hardly even tell it was Jupiter. It just looked like a bright star, even at decent magnification. So part of the problem is I still don't have a way to don't have a finder for my telescope. So I'm just kind of moving around the night sky by guess and by gosh until I can get one of those telrads working. So telescopes are set up out back, and I got a couple of tarps to put over them. I still need to make that better. I want to custom fit some tarp rain covers, dust covers for them. Halfway thinking about making a kind of a lean-to almost around my back wall near the back door, I've got a good place where I could, make some shelter for my telescopes, more or less permanent shelter for my scopes. Man, we're finding all kind of villages and group habitats, but I want a habitat for me, myself, and I. So, I'm set up to do some stargazing, and I have spent some hours outside stargazing around the familiarizing, acclimating myself to the night sky from here, which this house is oriented in almost a northeasterly direction out the front door. It's kind of an unusual orientation. It's following the land instead of just a square grid. It ultimately winds up being sort of a square grid, but it's rotated to run along the land and the lake rather than just a square out in the middle of nowhere, like basically like my previous houses have been. Now, what are you? What kind of tower are you? You're a library. Okay. Kind of like a temple, but you're a library. Got it. Oh, you are the Irons Library. Got it. Okay. Let's go see if we can find the village portal. I am not seeing it. It must be... I am not seeing it. I wonder if we got an elevation kind of thing going on here where it's hidden under a overhang. Quest completed. The priest. Man, this is the kind with the quartz blocks and everything. This is nice. Nice houses, man. This is upscale. This addition, this neighborhood I'm in is called Royce Brown's Riviera. The developer was Royce Brown. He developed the neighboring community called Brownsville, which is very upscale. This is a castle, isn't it? It's a very upscale community. It's where I used to take the kids, the family. We'd go look at the super nice Christmas lights, in Brownsville back in the 90s. It's one of the places, not spectacular. This was in the days before the communities would make their Christmas lights, right? Before that could be a thing. Before towns would make their Christmas lights, we'd find communities that did it, and Brownsville was one. And that Brownsville is behind the houses that are just down and across the street from me. So we are an addition to Brownsville, called the Riviera, and we're flow along the Canadian River and Lake Overholser. So really cool. I like it a lot. It's yet another village. My goodness, man. And a meteor crater right in the middle of that village. And there's the teleportal right there. And I want a house of my own, bro. So, stargazing. Well, I've also been bird watching and learning the birds of the area. When I moved out here in October, it seemed like it was completely deserted of birds, but perhaps that was because the year was already well advanced. I'm seeing a lot of birds now, cardinals, mockingbirds, some sparrows. And there is a local Oklahoma person up in, I believe in Tulsa, who has, around Tulsa, who has a trail cam that they set up, several trail cams and have had some very pleasant, while they were live streaming, had some very pleasant conversations with them about the birds, learning about local birds that show up at their place. And they gave me some tips about bird watching, but also I made an offhand comment about how much air traffic I've been getting out of Wiley Post Airport, which is just about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away to my north. And they mentioned FlightAware 24, which I know about FlightAware, and I had completely also forgotten about it. So FlightAware is, in short, I've suddenly picked up the hobby of plane spotting using FlightAware. When I was annoyed, the evenings I was out stargazing, I kept getting annoyed at all the aircraft in the sky, and there was a lot of air traffic. It's like, come on, people, let me see the night sky. Well, now I eagerly run inside to FlightAware to see who that is in the sky. And I'm having a blast with it. So that's my major update for this episode is bird watching, stargazing, plane spotting. Those have become my focuses, my foci of late, I guess you would say. So that, and I got the chimney cap on. I got over some illness. I had a dental crown that needed to be fixed. I MacGyvered together a fix for my porch swing that I salvaged instead of throwing away out back. It's set up out back, and I finally realized I could put some cedar pickets down as the seat until I can actually get a real swing seat for it or make one. So, and there's a creeper looking to spoil my night here. So yeah, that's pretty much my updates. I've been, after I got the swing set up, I've been going out during the warm days here and taking a library book out back and reading a bit. I've been reading from The Wandering Earth by the Chinese science fiction author Cixin Liu. And I'm probably totally mispronounced his name, but brilliant writer. He's the author of The Three Body Problem, which I greatly enjoyed that sequence of novels. And now that I have a space and a time to go read, I have been reading more lately than I have read in a very long time. So I'm realizing one of the secrets to me being able to read is allowing myself to get bored by not being on social media all the time, not being on my computer, not being on YouTube. Get away from my computer and I can read again because everything else is boring. So once again, we find the mountain, we climb the mountain, we get to the mountain, we climb another mountain. So thanks for checking in, and I will be back for more Minecraft through the night. And get to sleep, will you? I'll see you next time.